This video does not contain much about the Ava Tyson situation, but I have another video on that if you want to hear my opinion on that. So, as you may or may not know, Mrbeast has recently gotten cancelled by a person on YouTube named Dogpack404. In the YouTube video, Dogpack404 talks about how Mrbeast should be held accountable for his alleged actions such as illegal gambling, faking videos, unfair advantages during videos, literal abuse to humans and animals, and many more. This video is called I Worked for Mrbeast, He's a Fraud. It currently has 9.5 million views with about a 95 like ratio. I recommend you watch the video as some of this video won't make sense unless you have watched it. Now, what Mrbeast has done is very bad and essentially illegal, especially with the Amazon show. If you don't know, allegedly Mrbeast was making or is making a show with Amazon in which there was almost 2,500 contestants competing for a $5 million prize pool. And there were stories about how people were almost fighting to the death essentially. Now, this was a very intense show. People were taking about 3 months off work, allegedly. They were all competing. I think it was last to leave the circle, except for they didn't really do like chance games. Like they were meant to roll a dice in order to like see if you have a certain number you get stay in or you get stay out. But since there was people who took 3 months off work, they didn't really do that, and it was more of a willpower game show than more of a chance game show, which I think was the right decision. But with the things that were happening, I don't think it was the right decision. Now, allegedly, Mrbeast was not Mrbeast essentially, but Mrbeast and his crew or the filmmaker were giving contestants every 12 hours 400 calories. Now, the average intake of calories that let's say an adult woman should have is about over 1,000 calories per day, and these contestants were only having 800, and 1,000 calories is actually pretty low. I would say it's more closer to 2,000 calories, but somewhere in that range depending on how much you run away. But it's literally starving yourself if you have 800 calories per day. And another story was that a woman had her pad could not be changed for about 2 days, and because she had to have a special type of pad, and she had to sit there with the bloody pad for 2 days because the crew members couldn't get her one, or they couldn't be bothered to get her one. As well as that, contestants who had medication, like for example ADHD medication or epilepsy medication, were not given this medication, which then they had to be taken out of the show and also sent to the hospital in some certain situations, allegedly. And the reason why they didn't get the medication is because apparently some didn't arrive or some just weren't there. And also, I think the worst part about this whole what would you call it, situation or game show is that it was very favored towards men because men usually have stronger builds, and people were literally fighting to the death out there. There was people who needed stitches, people who needed braces, like arm braces or probably neck braces, because people were rugby tackling each other allegedly, and they wanted to win, so they started eliminating people by like fighting to the death. Not fighting to the death, but fighting pretty close to death. And how we know this, because there was actually an NDA apparently that was going out. Contestants would get $1,000 in order if they don't say what happened or if they paid their medical bill. But the people who weren't on NDAs were the nurses in the hospitals nearby, closest to it. Now, the nurses said they had an influx of patients on the day that the game started, and that they weren't on NDA, so they could say this, and Mrbeast and his crew couldn't do anything to sue them because it's basically the truth. And there was intense injuries apparently, and in one case, 2 girls fainted and they were literally just dragged off the field so that the recording could continue. Now, is this Mrbeast's fault? I don't think so. He tried to make it fair, but again, if there was malpractices and you're not doing anything, there is a problem. Like, that's stupid. I said I wasn't going to talk about the Ava Tyson situation, but it is kind of relevant, but I won't get into the specifics. So, basically, a rundown, Ava Tyson was allegedly caught messaging minors inappropriate things, and they were also seen owning Shadman art and having a lolly addiction and etc, you know, minor lover things. But, why Ava is important to Mrbeast's essential downfall is because Mrbeast had an OG crew. It consisted of Jake the Viking, Chandler, Ava / Chris Tyson, and Mrbeast himself. And there was also a few other people, but they left too early on. Now, Ava was essentially important, and when Ava first transitioned, people were saying that they miss the old Chris, and that Sunny V2, which I think was, I think it's humorous how he is now in the right, that Ava was the downfall of Mrbeast. Because right now, the YouTube video, Mrbeast uploaded a YouTube video, which I'll get onto later, has about half the amount of dislikes to likes. Which isn't a lot, but when he has millions of likes and millions of dislikes, that's a lot of people. Anyway, but Ava Tyson was one of the OG Mrbeast crew members. Now I'm gonna go into a little rant. I'll probably put like a little time skip in case you don't want to hear me rant, but this is important to the video. I was essentially a Mrbeast original fan. I think I was following him before he hit 1 million subscribers. But I remember one of the first videos, I don't know if it's been deleted because me and my friends went looking for it, but I couldn't find it, was him in storage containers or some stuff when he was praying to Asian Jesus. I don't know if anybody remembers that. I feel like that's so niche, but like I remember that really clearly. I was also like a fan when Jake the Viking was still there and when Tyler was still there, which I know there was like 40 million subscribers still, but I think that's pretty much like I would say I'm like kind of an OG fan. I was there when he worshipped PewDiePie, and I just remember Asian Jesus. Please tell me in the comments if anybody else remembers Asian Jesus, because like I do. Is this like a Mandela effect? But anyway, and I remember I didn't really like Chris. Chandler's always been my favorite, and he still is my favorite. And the last time I probably watched Mrbeast, except for maybe a few videos here and there, was way before he got all like PR. He was definitely more not kids friendly, and that was kind of like weird because I was a kid, but he was definitely, yeah, I think maybe the videos have been deleted because it wasn't kid friendly, but I clearly remember Asian Jesus. It was on the back of his tow truck and he was literally praying to it. He'd pray to it and then he opened a storage locker, and now that I'm thinking about it, he's probably done that, deleted those videos for PR and scratched them off the internet. But please do tell me if you remember Asian Jesus, or when he used to, I think they used to swear in videos as well. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is Chris is an OG, and when you get rid of an OG, it kind of like, it changes stuff, and your videos aren't the same as it used to be. Like when they got rid of Jake the Viking, when they got rid of Tyler, when they got rid of like everybody like that, I stopped watching. I couldn't watch it anymore because it was like so boring to me. It wasn't the same as the people I used to watch. And getting rid of Chris might actually be really bad for Mrbeast. Mrbeast has one, not including himself, one remaining OG cast member left, Chandler. And Chandler seems to be going less and less in videos. The last one he was in was the obstacle course one, but Chandler seems to be doing Bible verses on TikTok, which is good for him. I'm not personally religious, but I respect religious people, and to have devotion to something is very nice, no matter what. Like, you can be Muslim or Buddhist or Christian, I don't really care. But he's gotten rid of all his OG members, and I feel like he might have an influx of desubscribers or people unsubscribing, because he is getting rid of the OG crew, and it's just going to change. He's going to have Carl there, and probably if he continues, he is continuing. Obviously, I don't think he's not going to continue. If he does continue, and he will continue, he will, I think that we could see in the near future a new Mrbeast crew with Chandler, Mac, don't like Mac, I'll get onto that later, Mac, Carl, and maybe a few other people. I don't know, because Chris isn't gonna come back, obviously, because Chris is a PDF, you know, PDF. I can't think of anyone else. I don't really watch Mrbeast anymore, but you could let me in the know. Let me in the comments know who do you think is going to be in the new Mrbeast crew, because I do honestly think that Chandler is pulling himself away from like this lifestyle, and he probably is going to quit Mrbeast soon. And once he quits, I'm never watching a video again. He's literally my favorite. He's been my favorite since I was a kid, and Mrbeast has been my favorite forever. Well, not my. I've been watching him for a while, you know. Now, right now, I have Mrbeast's new video that's come out, and it has, I don't know how many hours it came out ago, but right now the dislike ratio is less than it was before. Before it was 2 million to 1 million, now it's 2.7 million to, oh wait, no, it's still the same. It's 2.7 to 1.7. It's a 1 million ratio, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of like, let's say there was 27 likes on a video and 17 dislikes. That's a pretty poor performing video. Like, that's still half the people who hate you. Now, I know that Mrbeast at least created this about 20 hours ago, and it only has 57 million views, which is still a lot, don't get me wrong. I would love to have 57 million views. But when other videos came out, they had at least 120 million views at this time. Like, in the point one day after, I remember seeing a YouTube video that had 230 million views, which I guaranteed it probably is one of his most popular ones. But it's still a definite wide difference, okay? He is losing views, but he's still number one on trending, okay? Now, on this video, allegedly, he is filtering comments, because the top comments are, you know, talking about the actual YouTube video, but I don't really think that these comments would have been it. Hugo has every right to, I haven't watched the video, so I don't know who Hugo is. Hugo has every right to become the video villain. Hugo has carried so much, 91k likes, 106k likes. Now, do I think that Mrbeast is filtering comments? Yes. And I think that these two comments would have been very different if he wasn't filtering comments, and I think that he would have had different comments, and I think it would have been like, bro, the dislike ratio would probably have a lot of likes, because there is still 1.7 million dislikes on this video. That is, like, you know, very, I don't think you should filter comments. With the Cody Co situation, I said that you shouldn't filter comments, and I still stand by that. Okay, now we are on to the final part. Do I think that Mrbeast is done for? No. He has 300 million followers, and at least 50% of them are children, okay? children under the age of 10 who don't give a flippin' bleep, because I can't swear on YouTube, about this allegation or what Mrbeast has done. They don't care. They just want to watch Mrbeast. You know, I have a 5-year-old cousin, and he's always like, do you know Mrbeast? Do you know Mrbeast? Mrbeast is the best, okay? And if I tell him about this, he's not going to stop watching it. They're children. What are you talking about? Anyway, they're not, say 50% of his followers unsubscribe. He still has 150 million subscribers. There's no way that this is going to make a dent in his career, okay? Maybe a tiny dent. Maybe he'll have less expressive videos, but no, it's not gonna affect him. Also, this will be forgotten about. Now, let me remind you, the start of the year, what came out? Thinking, maybe you're thinking of like one of those pedophile allegations, because on TikTok you see like, who's gonna groom me next, you know, like, who will groom me next, you know, that by Pharrell Williams in the Minions movie. I haven't watched it, don't spoil me. You might have seen that and you might think some pedophile, but I'm gonna tell you, Jeffrey Epstein's happened at the start of this year. We all forgot about it. I kind of didn't forget about it, but we all forgot about it. We don't care about the list anymore. We don't care about anything, okay? Even a month ago, even a few days ago, sorry, not even a month ago, maybe last month, Trump got shot in the ear. Do we talk about it anymore? No! We don't talk about it anymore because we don't care. Our attention span is so low. We're going to forget about this. When you think of Logan Paul, what do you think of? Guys, I think there's a body in the forest. Yeah, that's what I think of, because he's now, guess what he is? He's a pro wrestler, okay? Not pro wrestler, I wouldn't say he's kind of fake, but he's like a multi-millionaire. He can spend whatever he wants, but we all glazed over the fact that he recorded a dead man's body because we don't really care about him that much. We don't really care about Mrbeast that much. Mrbeast is a brand. The brand won't go away. That's simple as that, okay? I will literally give every one of my followers 500 million. You know, I'll 5 million and I'll give you $5 million. Nobody cares, okay? And you might think, oh, you know, who's going to keep Pete in his videos anymore after all this spectacular. I would, okay, I would. I'm not a Mrbeast glazer at all. I kind of hate him, actually. But would I risk my life for $5 million? Yes, I would. Okay? Yes, I would. And if you wouldn't, you're just not OG. You're just not a Sigma male. Oh, I've gone off the rails. I just mean, okay, I'm gonna calm myself because this is a serious situation. Nobody's gonna care about this. Even if he loses, what, 10 million followers, he's got 290 million left. I will guarantee, unless something new comes out, unless he gets sued, unless he goes bankrupt. Okay, wait, let's expand on the idea of bankruptcy. The reason why he could go bankrupt, okay? So, let's say somebody has, let's say they get paralyzed because Mrbeast did not take the proper precautions at the Amazon video show, and they sue him for $5 million, because also the winner was allegedly predetermined, and people took 3 months off work. Maybe they even quit their jobs for this $5 million, okay? They can sue Mrbeast and say they win. Mrbeast is in debt $5 million. In interviews, Mrbeast has said, you know, I make $1 million off one video in 1 month and I sell it in the next month. That means he essentially said this himself, this is in his words, that he doesn't have like a lot of money. He just spends it all, you know? Then he goes $5 million into debt. Where's the videos going to come from? But then again, he has other companies like Feastables going out of business probably. I don't think Feastables will last much longer. Mr. Beast Burger. Mr. Beast Burger may continue. I think that is a viable thing. What else is here? Merch. Does anybody really buy Mr. Beast merch? I have not seen one person wear Mr. Beast merch ever. But if he gets sued by a lot of people a lot of times, he might go bankrupt and then he cannot create videos. But there is another thing that he could do. He could scrap the videos, put them on YouTube, bam! 100 million views. Let's see how much 100 million views gets. 100 million views on YouTube money. Around 200k. Oh, really? Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. Oh wait, this source says 2 million. Depends on how much he gets paid. Now let me just say this. YouTube loves Mr. Beast. Loves him. They are going to pay him probably the max you can, which is 2 million. Therefore, I don't think he's going away anytime soon unless he dies, okay? That's his end of the story. Maybe his content will fall off because he's getting rid of Chris. Chandler's probably not going to be there. I don't support Chris. I think that was the right decision. Mr. Beast, why are you suing people? Don't sue people. That's stupid. Cease and desists for what? This is all alleged. Okay? Calm down. Anyway. That's it. He's not going away. Now you can, I'm gonna play my little video that I created. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, bye-bye. Anyway, that's it.
Hey guys, let's do good things and make a great YouTube channel together.
Yeah.
Oh wait, sorry, we don't need you anymore. No hard feelings, XOXO, kisses and hugs.
That's okay. I'll just backstab you online for years to come. XOXO hugs and kisses.
Okay guys, we lost one OG, but we've still got...
I'm transgender now, and I divorced my wife and basically left my son. Aren't I just so silly and cute?
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Oh my god, is that a minor? Bye, guys.
Just me and you, but... Who are you?